Hey everybody, Black Ninja 797 here, and welcome back to another video, guys. In today's video, we're going to be doing another episode of Myth-Busting Mondays, and this episode, we're going to be covering quite a lot of myths, but the one that's going to be at the end is going to be really fun, because what we're going to be doing is we're going to be seeing if you can outrun the witch. That is right, we're going to be seeing if you can actually physically outrun the witch with the method that we're going to be discussing here at the end of today's video for the final myth. If you guys end up enjoying today's video, please drop a like to show your guys' support, and let me know in the comment section down below if there's any particular myths that you would like to see in next week's episode. But anyways, guys, let's begin with the next episode of Myth-Busting Mondays. Myth: can you get other types of melee weapons in the mutation for swordsman? So when it comes to the 4 swordsman mutation that is in Left 4 Dead, the whole entire concept is that you're just going throughout the whole entire campaign, but you just end up having a ninja sword. But however though, I want to see if you can be able to get something other than a ninja sword. But the only other melee weapon that I can think of that might possibly be in the game is the golden crowbar from The Last Stand, because nothing else spawns. So I'm going to look in a few different spots and see if I can find a golden crowbar. So there is no golden crowbar in the one spot that can spawn here on the 3rd chapter of No Mercy. So that's the first one, that's a bust. Alright, so now what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going on to the 1st chapter of Crash Course, and we're going to be looking here at this toll booth near the bridge, and there's no hidden golden crowbar in this chapter either. Alright, now the last one that we're going to be trying is the final of the sacrifice, and normally it's end up being up there in that little spot on the wall, but unfortunately it is not. So since this is not here on 3 different chapters, I'm just going to leave this myth at busted. I strongly doubt that they just decided to just skip 3 maps because they could. I'm almost just certain that every single map is like this, and that there's no reason to look. Myth: can you shoot a gas can in midair and have it go off? Now, really quickly, before we do begin with this myth, I just want to give a brief apology to my one viewer, Spike, who ended up submitting this myth my way. I just want to say, Spike, I do apologize the fact that it took me so long to get around to this myth, because the one week that you submitted this request, actually, I was on vacation, so I couldn't be able to put it in the Myth-Busting Mondays episode because that was pre-recorded while I was out of town, and then the second one I just missed, so I do apologize, but I am getting around to it now, so I hope you don't mind. But let's get around to your myth, my friend. So we're going to be seeing if we can shoot the gas can midair and have it go off. So right now I'm on a game of survival, and I'm just trying to go on a high point of a map. I thought I'd go to the Parish Bridge because it's a pretty decent high point. And just trying to chuck this off of the area that I'm at on the bridge itself, and just seeing if I can be able to hit the thing. And one of the ways that you can tell if I'm hitting this thing or not is by looking at the gas can, because it does show bullet marks. And it looks like there is one right there in the side of the gas can. So it does show that I have been hitting it. No one else has been hitting it. There's no one else in my lobby, which means that I have hit it, and this myth is busted. Myth: can you skip the panic event in the sewer on the 2nd chapter of The Passing? Now, when it comes to the skipping scenario or panic events myths, you guys really seem to like them, so here's going to end up being another one, seeing if you can end up skipping it on the 2nd chapter of The Passing. Now, depending on which game you're playing, you can end up getting a little bit more lucky with these. Like, for example, a lot of Left 4 Dead 1 maps had their glitches patched when they came over to Left 4 Dead 2, so if you were doing the original Left 4 Dead, you may find a way. And Left 4 Dead 2 also did have their own, but they got patched, the majority of them, in The Last Stand. So there might be a chance this might be working, but who really knows? So I'm going to try a whole bunch of different things. I'm going to try to hug the barriers and see if there's any sort of, like, lip of a invisible barrier that I can end up catching myself on. And it looks like there might be one here. I'm really suspicious about this fence because there's actually a gap where there's just no part of the fence. And I'm even trying a whole bunch of other ones, such as jumping on the little button and trying to find any sort of, like, area that the game just won't exactly, like, kick me off, and, like, maybe I can use it to, like, parkour. But unfortunately, due to the very, very low ceiling, it does tend to make me slip and fall a lot, so I haven't really gotten too close. So what I'm going to try is I'm going to try that little piece of the wall again here, Theory, and jump. Now, it looks like you can get on it, though, but I did slip, so I'm going to try one more time again. I'm going to jump here on the fence, we're going to jump on the pipe, and then jump on the fence. And even though there's nothing in front of me, physically, I still can't get there. I still can't get through this. It's just an invisible barrier, and it won't let me through. And if I try to fidget with it, it's just going to knock me off into the sewage water. So unfortunately, because of this, I believe it's patched, and therefore this myth is busted. Myth: can you bring back the single player icon to the main menu? Alrighty guys, so we're going to be seeing if you can get the old single player icon back into Left 4 Dead. And one of the ways that you can end up doing this, presumably, is through a mod. And one of the mods that is on the Steam Workshop you can get for the Last Stand update is by a guy named Zetnus, Zetnus, and he ends up having a mod called Single Player Plus Server Browser, and it's supposed to bring back the single player icon, which it looks like it does. So that means that by technicality, even though it is a mod, is indeed true. You can bring back the single player icon back into Left 4 Dead, and therefore this is the first myth today that is confirmed. Now guys, when it comes to this last myth here, you may be thinking to yourself, as always, probably with these myths is because they're so outlandish, is whether or not you can actually outrun the witch. Now, the witch is extremely fast. She's probably really faster than you might realize, and she really can get the upper hand if you're not paying attention. Even sometimes when you are paying attention, she can get the upper hand. And if you're not good enough at being able to juke her out, she will eventually catch up to you traditionally. But the one idea that I want to try out is to see whether or not you can outrun her with an adrenaline shot. So we're going to try to test that out right now. Myth. Can you outrun the witch in Left 4 Dead 2? Alrighty guys, so here is the big final myth, the ultimate myth of today's episode. So in order to do this, we need to end up having this be in a controlled environment. So I am loaded up into a modded map that I own that allows you to be able to end up getting achievements. But we're going to be using this for the purpose of today's Mythbusting Mondays episode. So what I want to do is I just want to see how long it takes for the witch to get aggro, and then if I do piss her off, when I can be able to run and be able to try to make an escape. Now you can see there's kind of like an invisible barrier on this map, which is to my advantage because then I don't have to worry about necessarily dying. But the idea is we're trying to see how long it's going to be taking her to really get up and then chase me, because we can look at slight differences, like not really like big differences, but slight differences, such as if she swings and she misses, or, you know, if I can be able to outrun her before she gets pissed at me, or even another one's being like if I can just genuinely outrun her. So we're going to be trying to put that to the test here, and one of the ways is with adrenaline. So here's going to be our very first test. We're just going to walk up to the witch with nothing. We're just going to see how long it takes her to get pissed while I'm standing on the purple square that's in the arena here. And she swings at me right away, and she pretty much instantly kills me. So therefore, that attempt really didn't work out for me, as you can see. But now we're going to try this with an adrenaline shot. So I'm going to spawn in adrenaline by using the console commands. And then we're going to stick ourselves with the adrenaline right after we end up pissing her off. Or like basically just right before. So we're going to walk up to her. And then right as she's about to attack me, I'm going to stick myself and I'm going to back up. And as you can see, from what it looks like, I mean, it might be picky, but I think I was standing in pretty much the exact same spot within that purple square. And I was able to outrun her with an adrenaline shot in my system, because before she would have swung and I would have got knocked down. But pretty much like right as she went to get up, I stuck myself, backed up, and she got stuck by the invisible barrier. Now, instead of leaving you guys with just that last result there and saying it's all said and done, I figured you guys were going to have questions, so I want to show you one more result here. This is a few clips later when I was trying to test this out, and right as I stick myself with adrenaline, I start running away from the witch. And you will know, based off of the gameplay here, that she's going to swing, but she's too far away for me to hit me, and she ends up missing. And the death barrier is the only thing that stops her from continually chasing me, so it gives a perfect example to show from where she stops and where I escaped. So you can see that there's something going on here where she thinks that she's able to hit me, but she actually can't. So either A, it's the map I'm playing on, or B, I'm actually just running faster than her, because why would she swing if she can't feel like she can hit me? That would make no sense. Why would she just swing just to miss? She obviously thinks she can hit me somehow. So in my humble opinion, even though this may have only been tested for a little bit in niche circumstances, I am personally going to say that this myth is confirmed, because from what I can see in slow motion, she's swinging at things that she thinks she can hit, but she's missing. I am able to actually outrun her with the adrenaline shot by basically standing in the exact same visual spot on that purple square, walking backwards, and she can't hit me. So from what I can see, I'm just going to have to say this confirmed, but you could debate it being plausible, but that's the fun show aspect, is that it's up to you guys at the end of the day. So yeah, guys, that's going to be it for today's episode of Mythbusting Mondays. I truly hope you guys ended up enjoying it. If you did, please consider dropping a like, comment, subscribe, and all that beautiful stuff. If you guys want to have a myth featured in next week's episode, please let me know what it is in the comment section down below. I'd love to take a look at it. In fact, I've really been enjoying the series. It's actually been quite a lot of fun, guys. So please, please, please definitely leave some more myths down below and allow me to be able to continue the series. It's been a lot of fun. I would love to keep making more content for you guys. If you guys want to financially support the channel, I would definitely appreciate if you guys could check out my Patreon. It is always linked down below in my YouTube video descriptions. And you guys can also use supporter creator code BlackNinja797 in all caps in the Fortnite Epic Games item shops, because that is very much appreciated, and Epic is today's video sponsor because they are my very first sponsor. So shout out to you, Epic. But yeah, guys, I hope you end up enjoying another YouTube video from the most unique YouTuber you guys are ever going to see. Thank you for watching, guys, and peace out.